Gave him an inside. Winger hits it off McCoon, of course, and deflected goals. FC. Here we go again. Um, what's going on, YouTube? QCFC Fan TV here with your Week 3 match reaction. Charlotte FC 1, Atlanta United 2. And before I get into the nitty gritty of it, if you could like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, that'll help the channel out a lot. And with that being said, I'm going to jump straight into it. Charlotte FC 1, Atlanta United 2. We did make a nice formation change, I feel like, from the previous two games where we have five in the back. It appeared we started off in a 4-3-3, which I'm not opposed to. My recommendation would have been a 4-1-4-1, or just to have one or two CDMs, 4-2-3-1, whatever, just kind of sitting in front of that back four to really help out. And actually, we did make that change in the middle of the game, and I thought the change was needed, and it helped out a lot. And with that CDM just kind of sitting in there, I felt like it allowed us to be more expansive going forward, right? So I also will note Ben Bender was a much needed spark to the lineup. I thought he was probably one of our more creative players in last week's game against LA Galaxy, and to see him get the nod this week is huge. And no complaints from him. Ben Bender was probably one of our more creative players, along with Altful, who came in the second half, I believe for Ortiz, or I forgot who he came on for, but he slotted out wide to the right, and his pace and his crossing ability really helped out big there. But sticking back to the first half before we get too far ahead of ourselves, I thought we played a really solid first half. Atlanta controlled possession. However, I feel, aside from the mistakes, I feel like we had a really good half. So the biggest mistake, obviously, was Fuchs almost gifting Atlanta United their first goal, but King Kalina came up huge, and he was huge all game. He was my man of the match. However, back to us in the first half, we were really expansive, and we looked to actually play on the front foot, which I wasn't expecting. Following the first two games, I thought we were going to line up with five in the back. I'm glad we made that change. If we would have converted at least one of our chances in the first half, I feel like it would have really given us the chance to actually really dictate the game. But we couldn't take advantage, and Swiderski had, I think, two really good headers that should have, you should be making the most of. He caught him clean. He just kind of hit him right at Guzan, and I guess it'd be like that sometimes. Whatever. But as a whole, I feel we played really solid in the first half, and it was like a complete 180 compared to last week, where we were really defensive, really conservative, versus yesterday we were we were really on their necks, honestly. Well, let me not be hyperbolic here. We played solid, which is really all you can ask for, especially playing on the road, and people were hyping this up. And this could be a new rivalry, 85 South, just 4 hours away, honestly, give or take 4 hours. We played solid in the first half. Second half, we made some adjustments to start off. I believe Ortiz was on the yellow card, and Altful came in, and I feel we lost a little bit of our get up. We had some chances in the second half, but we didn't look as threatening as we did in the first half. I think Atlanta made an adjustment. We started being a little bit more conservative in the second half, and I feel like at a certain point before they scored the goal, we were kind of on our toes, and they scored the first goal, which was a clumsy penalty to give away by McCoon. I don't know what he's doing there. It's really grade school. why you shove someone in the back in the box when I feel like as a whole people go down way too easily, and when you actually shove somebody in the back, of course they're gonna go down. It was a penalty. It's kind of hard to defend, you know. It wasn't soft or anything. Sure, he probably could have stayed up if he wanted to, but why would you when you got pushed in the back? You know what I'm saying? So the penalty was well taken. 1-0 Atlanta United. And what I did like to see was we didn't give up, and we actually looked to actually try and get a result. Like we looked, we showed some urgency that we didn't show against LA Galaxy, and maybe the players were, you know, talked about, you know, they made a change, and they didn't seem to be giving up or playing slow like they were against LA Galaxy. So we get our first goal in Charlotte FC history. Adam Armour with the header off a corner. We were being aggressive, and we weren't looking to just come out of there with our heads down. We actually were trying to get a result. And as a fan, you love to see that when your team isn't going to quit and they're trying to actually come out of a hostile environment with a W, right? But to our luck, since we are deflected goals FC, 96th, 97th minute, I forgot exactly when it was, but Christian Fuchs, I don't like, maybe he wasn't all the way here or something, but he didn't really have a good game in contrast to the first two games where I thought he played pretty solid. I don't know what he was doing before they scored that second goal. His angle was it's like it's almost as if he had already accepted the result was a draw, and he wasn't really he looked like he was going through the motions. And when you're going through the motions, that kind of stuff will kill you, as we saw the winger cut inside, didn't really do too much. Fuchs was slew-footed, gave him an inside. Winger hits it off McCoon, of course, and deflected goals FC. Here we go again. I don't know what to say. I mean, of our goals we've given away this year, very few of them have been like bad goals given up, right? When you look at week one against DC United, 2 of those were deflections, and the third was a penalty, right? When you look at the LA Galaxy one, 1-0 loss, that was a well-taken goal, which probably could have been avoided had we actually stepped up. And then this week, we give away a pin, you know, knucklehead, I guess. Very knucklehead play. It's like he wasn't thinking or whatever, but that kind of stuff you can kind of live with, right? Another deflected goal. I mean, we aren't bad defensively. We're keeping our shape, and maybe that's due to us being playing 5 in the back. I like the change, having the 4-1-4-1 with the CDM just kind of sitting holding in the middle. There isn't too much criticism. We were open, and maybe my thoughts are a bit different if Kalina doesn't make these huge saves, because he made some really huge saves to keep us in the game. So maybe it's just a false sense of security that we haven't really given up only 1 goal in open play. But, you know, it is what it is. It'd be like that. With that being said, that's all I have for your Week 3 match review. Again, Charlotte FC 1, Atlanta United 2. This Saturday, March 19th, at home, New England Revolution. I'm going to be there. Hopefully we turn up again. I don't expect the whole 75,000 plus, but I do expect a good turnout. I think the weather's going to be pretty nice. With that being said, that's all I have for you. If you could remember, like, comment, subscribe, all that. That'll help the channel out a lot. With that being said, be easy. Peace.